So this is where the new vegetable garden is going to go. My friends Janine and Thomas lent us this spare fencing they had for the chickens, but they just walked straight through it. So we're going to put that away and we're going to cover here up so we can start suppressing the weeds. We have a wasp's nest in one of the tyres.
Good morning everyone. So today is Monday. It's much cooler today. It's going to get to 32 degrees. So it's quite a welcome relief over the last sort of 10 days or so that have been well above 35. We are on day 8 of fermentation and it's the plum wine. And today I'm going to take out the solids and then try and get it into this bucket with as few solids as we possibly can. have this wine tank that one of our subscribers, Rita, gave to us, and it actually has some wine in it. So I figured, ooh, that's just air. Rita thought it was like 10 years old or something. So this should be quite interesting. I think I'm gonna have to get a smaller bucket and open the little tap at the bottom. Please don't be too much. Shit.
I went to get because I figured.
Oh, it's vinegar.
Smells quite nice. Aren't you going to keep your vinegar? What's in there?
No idea. What in God's name is that? I think it's a seal. So here's the plum wine. It's all a little bit shook up at the moment, so that's all the extra bits, and it's dying off yeast and stuff like that. It's still giving off some air, so I think we've probably got another 5 days maybe of fermenting to go. Hopefully in that time all of this stuff will sink to the bottom. If not, I'll come and scoop it all off and then siphon it all out through a sieve in a week or so, and then get it into a glass carboy stroke demi-job.
So a few months ago I set a goal on Patreon that once we hit £100 in monthly subscriptions we would then make a bonus video each month, and we'd decide on that subject of the video with our Patreons, and we have just hit that goal. So a huge thank you to our Patrons for all of your support, and we've just added some new perks including a Discord group which we thought would be a really good place to chat and answer any questions, as we get a few of them about sort of moving to Portugal and buying land and which lawyer we used and stuff like that. So we don't really want to be super public about that, so it felt like a good way to do that. So I'll leave the link to everything in our description if that is something you would like to check out and be a part of. And yeah, I just wanted to say a really big thank you to our Patrons, and also anyone who's bought us a coffee or super thanks, because all these contributions have really accelerated our project here, and we've been able to move forward with some things a lot faster than we would have been able to on our own. So yeah, just thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Hi guys, I have something wonderful to show you. It's about 5:30. It's only 33 degrees Celsius. So the heat wave broke last night, and yeah, we've got a bit of a relief from it today and tomorrow. It's quite windy today, which is just lovely. But yeah, 33 degrees just feels so nice and cold.
So Nick has very kindly offered to sell me his wine tank, which is, I'm not sure how big it is. So we need to move that out of the van and get it into the barn. I'm not even sure if it'll fit through the barn door, to be honest, but we will give it a go. We're going to try and move the van around to the back of here and then bring it over this wall. almost looking like a real winery. At the moment there's no way of me being able to get the wine into the tank, so I think I'm going to have to buy a pump. I'm going to have to clean up a lot of this storage stuff and turn this back into a winery.
It is delightfully cool this evening. I'm just going to put the posts in to mark out the new vegetable garden.
Just like doing.
So, my plan is that I'm going to dig a ditch all the way along this outside part and then dig ditches going along that way so that we can flood here with water, and then it should go down into the beds. So I'm thinking there may be like every 30 centimetres to have a ditch and then plant in between that. I said it was very cool, but it's still like 26 degrees, so as soon as you start working it is quite hot. And we've had a 2-day break from the heat wave and tomorrow it starts again, so I'm not looking forward to that. Are you shouting? Iwan's talking to Siri. It's nice to have had this break, but I'm so done with the heat. I'm going to start digging. I appreciate that starting a project that involves a lot of digging in the height of summer is probably not the best idea, but I'm just going a bit crazy not having a project to work on, so this feels like one I can just kind of do as and when it's cool enough. So I'm hot and sweaty now. Bad news story of the day. Somebody has found and chewed this solar panel wire. Luckily it wasn't plugged in. Somebody decided it would be nice to chew. That's a guilty face if ever I saw one. This is the one Andrea spent ages welding for us the other week as well. Now we can't charge it.
You good boy. You can hear the floor. Gonna go to check on the chickens. It's very hot. You've got some water. Oh, Diogo.
Having a bit of a struggle with watering the garden this evening because the generator isn't working again. It's leaking, so I think we need to really take it apart and see what's going on. We might take it up to Uncle Nick's from Project Portugal this weekend, see if he can give us a hand. And then obviously Diogo has chewed the wire of our second solar panel, so we only have one battery charging, and we had the fridge and a fan on today, so that's pretty low. Luckily I watered this one last night, and yeah, the one up by the house is looking very sad for itself. So I'm just trying to decide what to do, and it's just so hot. I have once just kept throwing buckets in the well and pulling them up, but the well is so low. There's just so much hard work in this heat. I'm feeling a bit defeated by the garden, and really just thinking that before I do anything else, really need to resolve the watering situation, because it's just kind of taking the joy out of it a little bit. The garden, it's still looking fairly good. We're still getting stuff from it, but I'm just like not even wanting to plant any seeds at the moment because it's just, yeah, it's just a bit hard. Yeah, that's the realities of living off grid. You know, if we were close enough, I would hook up to the grid in a minute, in a flash. Yeah, living off grid is not very glamorous, but it does allow you to live in a beautiful place, so that's why we do it. But yeah, it's really frustrating at the moment, and just we need to prioritise getting a good solar setup for next summer for sure, so that we can water and do the irrigation properly, and just, yeah, try and prioritise things better. This year's just been a bit crazy with everything, with all the car and all that stuff. Some days it's just really annoying. But there we go, it's all good. I'm going to move the generator so that it's not going to be in the sun tomorrow, and do a little bit of weeding just to be in my garden. And then when the sun goes down, I will use the power bank we have got, just get that as full as we possibly can. Yeah, I guess we'll go to the cafe tomorrow and charge our laptops up so we can still work. And we can still charge our phones, which is good. But yes, whinge, whinge, whinge. anyone got any good things to do with windfall apples? They're tiny and cute. Hey, good boy. You checking on your grapes?
Close to mildewy.
Oh really?
Maybe, I don't know. These are the ones that were all rubbish last year. So, canopy of them, you see. There's plenty of them.
Yeah.
And there wasn't plenty last year. But I probably need to spray them, to be honest. I don't want to spray them. But we can't be having grapes like this. But they look a lot better than last year, so you never know. Good morning guys. So we had a little sit down last night and yeah, we just went through some of like what we need to prioritise and looked at sort of like our funds and stuff. Yeah, I've been putting aside coffee and Patreon money to go towards projects. Yeah, we've decided that we're gonna go and buy a water pump this weekend. I think it's gonna just
make so much difference to how stressed I am about the garden at the moment and how stressed the garden is because it's not getting enough water. We're going to get a motorised one, I think. So yeah, we'll go have a look and see what's going on. Got Albi next to me. Yeah, and then I think our next project goal is going to be to get a shed, because we really need to sort out the barn next door, get everything out of there so we can start working on that. We were thinking actually it's quite cool in there, whether we could even start pointing that, even though it's the heat of summer and we're kind of slowing down and not doing any projects. As frustrating as it is just too hot. I think in September we'll get back on that and we'll tile the floor in here, which we've already got sorted, and there's just so many things to do that sometimes it's hard to know where to focus your energy, so it felt like a really good way to just kind of like write it all down and kind of put it into each month as a sort of loose aim. Hopefully nothing else goes wrong or gets in the way as it has done so far. And yeah, these two. Thank you so much for watching our video this week. I hope you're still enjoying them. I know they're a little slower, but I'm really enjoying learning to edit better because I have a bit more time to put into that. And yeah, I just really love making videos because it gives me more of an opportunity to sort of look at the land and the project and see the good in it, because that's what I want to share with you guys, as well as giving you the reality of life off-grid and here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your lovely comments as always. We learned so much from you guys, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Take care, bye.